Do you believe in man-made climate change?
Look, climate change is real, has gone on for millions of years, always will. The arrogant naivety of people who think that you can stop the power of the sun, stop the power of volcanoes.
But about man-made climate change.
Hear me out. Yeah. But there's no evidence that man-made CO2 is going to change climate change. Given that it's gone on for millions of years, it will go on for millions of years.
You're saying there's no evidence that man-made climate change is changing CO2?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
So how did climate change happen before man-made CO2?
What is it that the vast majority of experts who believe that human activity has impacted climate change since the Industrial Revolution, what is it that you know that they don't?
I've read the International Governmental Panel on Climate Change's report, AR6 I think it's called, their sixth report, and it says if you get to net zero tomorrow, it'll make no difference to sea level rise for between 200 years and 1,000 years. In other words, they've not got a clue and it won't make any difference. We're being lied to, we're being misinformed, and we've got the courage to say to people, we've got to stop this nonsense. We all care about the environment, we all care about the countryside. That's why I don't want pylons blighting our countryside. That's why I don't want solar panels on it. But to suggest that a bit less CO2 is going to stop the power of the sun, stop the power of volcanoes, is arrant nonsense.
But that same panel that you were talking about, the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, said human activities are the main cause of climate change. Do you agree with that? That's a yes or no question.
No, that's absolute garbage. And I've just proven it because the climate change for millions of years before man-made CO2, they are lying to people. And the Norwegian government's own equivalent of our ONS has recently produced a report along the lines of what I'm saying there's no evidence based on the real data that proves that suggestion. But funny how that doesn't appear on the mainstream media. We've got the courage to tell it as it is to the British people.
It is true, though, that
people are being ripped off by the renewable sector, by the vested interests, and we're going to stop it. We're on the side of the British people, not the vested interest, nor the mainstream politicians.
The overwhelming scientific community, there's no debate on that.
There's masses of debate
on
that.
The rate of
I can give you a list. I can give you a list of 1,000
climate change since the Industrial Revolution has been vastly exacerbated by human activity. Do you not agree with that?
No, I don't. I can give you a list of 1,000 experts and scientists and professors, including...
That is a real minority.
No,
why are they right and not the majority?
It's not a minority. There are loads and loads of scientists. There are loads of scientists who are terrified to speak because they won't get any research funding if they tell it as it is. There's so much money in the vested interests who are trying to push this agenda on us. It's got to stop. Only Reform UK is going to stop it. And do you know what? We're leading in the polls. Maybe the British people are starting to realise we're talking the truth. They know they're being lied to.
So NASA, when they say human activities are the primary cause of global warming and climate change, the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, human activities are the main cause of climate change. They've got it wrong.
So President Trump has just been elected with a massive majority to